Hey, what is up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very interesting video for you guys. This was actually by specific request from my cousin Catherine. She has her prom coming up, and she asked me to do her makeup, but I can't be there since I'm actually doing makeup for a wedding the same weekend. So instead, I told her I'd make a video for her to take her through the steps of what I would have done if I was there to do her makeup, and a look I think would be really pretty on her. So this is going to be a very specific video to her, like her skin type and her like face shape and coloring and everything. But I mean, she's a beautiful blonde hair, blue-eyed, pale girl like I am naturally, like my hair is dyed right now, but okay, like Kirsten just called me out on. I'm kind of more of a brunette now, but in my younger days I was more blonde. Anyway, but if your coloring is like Catherine, or you're interested in this prom tutorial or anything like that, you can keep on watching, but specifically this video is actually for my cousin Catherine. So, hey Catherine, let's get started. Okay, so I've already washed and moisturized my face. I use a peach jelly moisturizer that I got from Ulta, which I don't believe is actually there anymore. I do believe it was a limited edition thing, but I suggest using any kind of gel moisturizer since you do have oily skin, so do I. It's really good because it keeps you moisturized but doesn't make you like oily from the kind of moisturizer it is. I do use like a heavier cream moisturizer at night simply because I do use a lot of product on my skin to help clear my acne. But you do want to be sure that you're moisturizing at night and taking really good care of your skin up until prom, because for your makeup to last really well, it also has to do with what you did beforehand. So I'm actually now going to use some masks that I got just because I thought it would be kind of fun to put this in this video. I got a under eye rose gold mask and this little lip plumper mask that I'm going to use while I actually pluck my eyebrows. So I'll be right back. Alright, my eyebrows are plucked and this cute little under eye mask is on. I actually got this from Walmart, and there's multiple in there, and it's actually like, it was pretty cheap. I think it was like 2 for $5 or something like that. So obviously this isn't super important to the makeup process, but I always liked to do like a little mask or something before prom, or like when I was wearing like a lot of makeup for a very extended period of time. Just like this adds like nice extra moisture to your under eyes, and then this is like a little lip kit thing that I wanted to try, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Exfoliating. These little under eye things are supposed to stay on for 20 minutes, and I'm so not waiting 20 minutes, but... Okay, so the lip scrub thing was disgusting, so I cut all the clips of it being used out of the video in case you're wondering where that went. That's just me. Alright, so like I said, be sure you're taking care of your skin before prom because you're about to wear like a lot more makeup than you normally do because you like only ever wear mascara. Anyway, I wish my skin was nice. So you said you don't have foundation, and I'm putting this video up in enough time to where you can like look at your makeup and see.
Oh my god.
What?
I literally was like, why is she talking like she's literally talking to like she knows like what everybody who watches her videos do, and then I was like, oh, it's to Catherine.
Okay, so I'm putting this up so you have enough time to like make sure you have everything. Obviously you don't need to use the specific products I have, but like you want to get like similar eyeshadows and stuff like that. Obviously I don't know exactly what you have. The fact that you don't even own foundation makes me a little queasy, but it's okay. So yeah, obviously I'm going to do a very full coverage look. I'm actually going to semi-formal with Colleen, so that's why I'm doing my makeup right now. Ooh, ooh, she's beautiful. I'm just piling all this up. Oh, she's moisturized.
She's great. She just took a mask off her face.
I really hope you can hear all of Kirsten's commentary later. If not, I'm going to add in subtitles. Okay, let's get started. Priming time. So, you have oily skin. I have oily skin. So, I also have gigantic pores under my eyes, so I use this handy dandy little e.l.f. Prep and Blur Stick. I can't read. You should definitely go out and get this. It's like $6, and look at her. Look at all that product. And it's amazing. It's not a scam. It's not a scam. I actually don't really know off the top of my head what your pore situation is, but I feel like everyone could use a little like blurring stick. This stuff is the best because like you put it on. I just put it on like this, like just draw it on my face. After you move my little nose ring, and it just like blurs out my pores and makes me look like I've been photoshopped, which I appreciate because then I don't have to do it later.
I need that.
On actual Photoshop. And then I just kind of like press it into my skin, make sure it's blended in, and it just gets, it makes so like the makeup doesn't crease and doesn't settle into lines under your eyes. Obviously you could put this wherever you have bad pores. I obviously just have them under my eyes. And then I use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop matte primer. I use this instead of my Becca primer. It is just as good, and it is only like $11, and the Becca primer is like $40. I highly suggest this because you are oily, but obviously you don't wear makeup all of the time. You're not always wearing face makeup, but this is a really good thing to have, especially for special occasions, so it might not be a bad thing to invest in. And then I just use a little bit of it and put it around my mouth and my forehead, which is where I get the most oily. Something you want to be sure that you're not doing is a lot of mattifying primers or pore filling primers are like that silicone-y base feeling where it's like super slick. Those are actually, I find, very counterproductive because they just make your skin slippery. I have just never been a fan of those. They've never personally worked for me, so I would steer away from those if I were you. Okay, so for foundation, I know you don't have foundation. You might want to get some just because I feel like putting concealer all over your face is kind of like a waste of concealer. You can get like the little L'Oreal foundations that are in like the little bottle or whatever, like anything you want. Obviously you don't have to. Oh, my biggest suggestion to you for foundation for prom is this one. The Wet n Wild foundation in the shade Porcelain is what I get. It'd probably be your shade too. It is so good. It is so cheap. You can get it at Walmart. It has like this little spatula thing. It's whatever. It's really good. It has a really nice coverage, but it doesn't feel like heavy. So I highly suggest you get this. Actually, I'll use it for this video. I was going to use my Fenty and my Pro Matte mix, which is what I normally do, but I'll use this one so you can see what it's like. Ooh, she's changing it up. So, also, I apply my foundation with a sponge. You don't have to. Another thing that's really nice is a brush like this with the little like rounded top that's pretty dense. I know e.l.f. has one. This is from Walmart. It's a Mona Pro brush. You can do whichever. I will apply it with a brush and a sponge just to show you the difference. I just take this little spatula and just kind of like draw it on my face like a professional, you know. And then we'll do the brush on this half. One of the biggest thing about applying your foundation with brushes is you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, I can see every little like brush mark, or you're going to feel like it looks cakey or whatever, but the moment you put on powder, it's going to make a difference. It just kind of personally scares me a little bit to put on foundation with brushes just because I always feel like it looks and feels extra heavy, but it always sorts itself out in the long run. But I'm just doing this to give you options because I don't exactly know what all you have, what all you use, what you prefer personally. So as you can see, the foundation, it just looks really nice. It matches me almost perfectly, and I am, as you know, the color of paper. And we tested it the other day. You're slightly pinker than I am, but this foundation won't make that big of a difference because it doesn't have a super strong undertone. This side is just more red, obviously because it has no foundation on it. So we're going to go ahead and do the other side with a sponge. Just again, apply a little bit more. And you're not going to want to like drag or anything. You're going to want to pat it around to get it nice and blended. The sponge is going to soak up more makeup than the brush did, so you'll probably have to layer it up a little bit more, but I just feel like it doesn't feel quite as heavy. Like I can feel the foundation on the brush side, which is why I tend to not. There are certain foundations I absolutely love with a brush, but not all foundations settle well on me with a brush, I feel like. I'm going to go over this side with the sponge because I feel like it's necessary. I'm just going to layer it up on both sides on my cheeks, which is my problem area. I always have to be sure I get like right around my ears and stuff, so there's not like that awkward line of where you can tell that there's no foundation. You're also going to want to put some on your neck so we don't have like a flashback Mary kind of a thing. Well, actually, that's just because he did the wrong color. But, like, you want to be blended, and you don't want to be an orange, or you don't want to be, like, the wrong color. So, and then I always forget to do my nose, because I always do my concealer around my eyes and everything. It's always better if you get a little bit on the center of your face as well. So, I forgot my sponge when I went home the other weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it's just the EcoTools one that I've gotten before. I really like it. Honestly, I like it better than like any other sponge I've ever gotten.
Like Real Techniques.
But I do not like the Real Techniques sponge.
I've never had one.
I'm not a fan. That's the tea. I don't like the Real Techniques sponge, the little orange one. I feel like it's too
Tell
hard.
her which ones you don't like, so.
Yeah. I feel like it's too rough. And I also feel like it doesn't get very big. Like it's just, I feel like it doesn't work as well. This is an EcoTools sponge. I love this little thing. You can get this in a pack with another one, like a smaller one, which like I never really use. I just use this one. It has a really nice like edges where you can get like right up underneath your eyes and everything. This is my favorite, and it has this nice top thing where you can bake like directly. Oh, this is my favorite. This is such a good concealer. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the shade Pale, because I'm pale. And I absolutely love this concealer. It's super full coverage. You probably wouldn't like it just because it is so full coverage, and I don't really think that's what you're going for. You don't want to look like a ghost. So use whatever concealer you really like. I use this one because it's like the only one ever that's light enough to actually highlight my face. So I always just put it under my eye. Also, the more you bring the concealer down this way, and not like out, the skinnier your face will look. If you bring it down like this, it'll look skinny. So, tips and tricks. Like, look at the difference. I look rested, I look contoured, I look bright and happy, and then I look like I haven't slept in 3 years. Which, let's be honest, I'm in college.
Not for the past 3 years, you have not been.
Actually, yeah, I dual enrolled in high school.
Same girl.
Yeah, Kirsten's actually been in college for 4 years.
Yeah.
You do not have to do this much concealer. You do however much you want. This is just personally what I do. So, it's each to their own, boo-boo. The biggest struggle, having a friggin' nose ring. It starts to turn. So now it's out of my nose.
That's hot.
Like the ball's out of my nose. And it's hard to like cover it up completely. I mean, I guess I could just take it out and then put my makeup on and put it back in, but that's too much work. Oh, and I'm putting concealer on my eyes as an eyeshadow base, which you should also do. This is all over the place. Wow, I can't believe I'm putting this up on my channel.
I mean...
But also, I haven't posted on my channel in a really long time, and that's the tea. Even though I always get these wonderful, creepy guys commenting about how beautiful I look in all my videos and stuff. I appreciate you.
A picture of, you know what?
Oh God, no. Let me just put a little PSA out there. If you find me on Instagram or my YouTube channel and you are a man, I don't care how old you are. You tend to be older apparently. And you like to watch all my videos and comment and message me and say I'm beautiful and I'm trying to be polite. And I'm like, thanks. And then you ask me for explicit pictures of myself. Please stop. You're like...
No! PSA, don't do that no matter who you are to any age.
Yeah, don't do it to people, but I'm specifically saying, like, I'm out here trying to post stuff about makeup. I'm not here to talk to you. I have a boyfriend. I don't want it. I had one guy just straight up just send me a picture of his penis. Like, no context, no words. He sent me a picture of his penis and how big it was. And I was just like, why? Has that ever worked? Honestly.
I want somebody to comment if that's ever worked for them.
Yeah, if that's ever worked for you, let me know. Like, or if you're a girl and a guy ever sent you that and you just went, I have to have it, tell me. Because we're gonna have a little chat. So, you need some self-respect. We need to have a little chat about your life and your priorities and stuff. So, we're gonna have a little chit chat. Anyway, but yeah, that happens to me a lot. It's not enjoyable at all. I mean, I appreciate people coming back and watching my videos, but if you're coming back and constantly watching my videos and you only do it because you think that one day I'm gonna get naked in one of these videos or something, I hate to spoil it for you, but it's not gonna happen. So,
Damn it.
It's time to set my concealer and stuff. So I think she's about empty, but we're gonna try because I have another full one in my drawer.
Does that fit me?
Yes. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in 05 Fair. This stuff is amazing. It's $5. It's such a good setting powder, and I love it. And it's nice and pale. Aww, she's empty.
She real empty.
Another one. She's fresh. She hasn't been opened. Oh, I love this part. Oh, so satisfying.
ASMR.
ASMR. My boss watched our ASMR video.
No!
Ashley watched it and she was like, I love it. And so now she'll call me into the kitchen and do ASMR. So she'll like cut open a packet of mayonnaise and like squeeze it at me. She's like, ASMR. It's so funny. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so time to get back to the education.
Yeah, teach Catherine.
Okay, so I take the sponge directly into the powder and I set my under eyes. This will make it last a lot longer and just like lock in. It's like, it's how you bake, but like you don't have to. It's just like a really good way to set it. I personally am, because like I said, I'm going to semi-formal or whatever sorority thing I got roped into tonight with my beautiful friend Colleen, and it's going to be hot and sweaty, and I need this to stay. So I do it there, I do it the big side, I do it on my mouth, because I don't know why, but my makeup just likes to break off around my chin. So, and then my forehead, or my 5 head. Actually, I feel like I have a good size forehead. Because I can see. Oh my god, I just looked at myself in the viewfinder. I look insane right now.
You look like a ghost, but what's new?
I am always a ghost. And then you can take it and run it under where you're going to put bronzer and contour later, just to make yourself extra white. I've seen some girls do it where they draw it on and it makes it look like they have a beard, and I think it's really funny. I look insane. Okay, so I bake and everything, and then I do not set my eyes because it makes your eyeshadow last longer if it's tacky. Although this concealer does dry down, but like whatever. So, in the meantime, I'm gonna do my eyebrows.
I'm so glad I don't do my eyebrows.
Yeah, Kirsten has really nice eyebrows. You also have really nice eyebrows, Catherine. But I draw mine in because I am insecure about their shape. And this one is skinny, and this one is not skinny.
What?
Well, this one's skinnier compared to this one. Look at the tail.
Oh,
She's
the
weenie.
tail.
Yeah, she's
like,
weenie.
Ew, don't use that word.
Weenie.
I don't like that word.
So I'm gonna fill in my eyebrows. Obviously you don't have to fill in your eyebrows. You can just use a little brow gel. This is the Essence Make Me Brow, and just run it through just to give it some dimension. Obviously you don't want like square, chalky brows, whatever. So I would just leave it alone if you don't feel like filling them in. But I'm gonna fill them in. Alright, so you're nice and close. So I look, yeah, like I just said, I look like I snorted all the cocaine in the world. So
accurate.
Brush mine out. And then this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. So I just kind of follow the natural shape, but just like fill it out to where it's the like a fuller shape that I actually wish they were. So. And then the underneath part, I try to follow it like pretty much exactly, because I don't want my brows to end up to be like gigantic. So pretty much I just overdraw the top a little bit and follow the bottom. And then you just gotta fill it in so she's not bald in spots. And then for the front, I just kind of like look directly out and start a line where like my brow is at the top and the bottom. And just draw a couple of fake hairs and then brush them out just to give it like that fade effect. But I definitely don't leave the hairs in because I'm not that talented. I can't make it look like they're actual hairs, otherwise people will be like, it's on your face. So it creates that little like fade effect. My brows look good today. Eyebrows are sufficiently drawn on. Oh, I always do that. I always put it on the wrong side. Can't put it back up. And then I'm just going to run through them with my little brow gel. Alright, now I'm going to take my little brush and dust off the bake. Okay, so I only set obviously where I put the concealer, so I'm going to go through and set the rest of my face. I use a really big fluffy brush, and then I use...
I love that brush.
This is Kirsten's favorite brush. It feels really nice. I literally got off of Amazon for like $3. And then I use the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder because it's like $2 or something like that. But the other day I actually bought this Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Powder Foundation that I actually really want to try around like my cheeks and stuff. Obviously you're supposed to wear this as a foundation alone, but I can still see my scars poking through and I'm insecure, so I'm going to try it. I feel like that did literally nothing.
It literally didn't.
I mean, it added like a little bit.
Let me get closer.
But like...
I mean, it looks better on the camera because, like, up close, I can, like, still, like, it's not like...
Oh, and gotta set the knife. Okay, so the powder wasn't my favorite, and I ended up ranting about it for, like, 20 minutes, so I cut a lot of that out. So it kind of just jumps to me complaining about it and then moving on. Sorry about that. And the only reason I got this is because I didn't have this in my color at the store. Anyway, let's move on. So the next thing I'm going to do is eyeshadow because I like to finish off my eyes and then finish off my face. I'm itchy. I'm scratching my ankle right now. So let's do eyes. Okay, so the main reason for this video is for me to teach you how to do eyeshadow. Because you don't wear foundation, but I've been having fun with this. I use this. This is the Maybelline. Alright, I use the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I use this all of the time. Bailey got this for me for my birthday when I turned 18, 19? I don't know. I don't remember. So I really like this palette because, boom, look at those colors. Oh, it's so out of frame. Oh, look at her. Obviously, you do not need to go out and buy this specific palette. I'm just using it because it has lots of nice browns in it, which is what we're going to be doing today. And then I have a bunch of brushes. I still have not unpacked from Easter weekend, so, and it's almost been a week. I suggest going to Walgreens and getting one of these things. It's a little brush cleaner. It's like got this weird little sponge in it where you can just take a brush and run it through and get off the color. It's really good when you only have a limited number of brushes and you want to reuse them, but you don't want to redeposit the color that was just on it onto your eye. So I'm going to first take this really nice light brown shade and just, oh, I almost dropped it, and just fluff it into my crease with a really big, nice, fluffy brush. You can get any of these anywhere. It's just really nice to go ahead and start out the look by defining the crease, and it's super natural and you're not going to make it look weird. We're going for a fairly natural look with this eyeshadow, just because I think the biggest mistake girls make at prom is girls who don't wear makeup often go all out and try to do like black cut crease looks or something. I think you should just go for something that makes you look beautiful and simple, and you want like your dress to be your focus and not your bad eyeshadow. So, but I mean, obviously,
black eyeshadow anymore.
Lots of people. Like, when I went to prom, I did really pretty makeup, and like I really like makeup, and I had been doing makeup for a while, but like I didn't try to go all out and do something super elaborate because I'm like, I don't want my eyeshadow to be like so in your face. So alright, next you're going to take a slightly smaller fluffy brush and go into a slightly darker brown and just put it in the exact same spot that you put the other, but just not quite as high. Like, you don't want it to reach quite as high on your eyelid. And then you're going to want to go in with a even darker brown, nothing crazy dark, like think this is, oh, where is it? This is a really nice shade because it's like a dark brown, but it's not like this dark of a brown. Oh, it's not like this dark of a brown. I feel like this is a really good, easy one. And then I'm taking an even smaller fluffy brush, picking up that darkish brown, and again, doing right below the other one. Like, keep it right into the crease. And it's always nice to like lightly tap your brush in, tap off the excess, and then build it up, because you don't want to like go in and it just be like a giant blob of brown. And then don't work this in all the way to the front, just keep it right out here. Right now we're kind of like defining the eye shape, if that makes sense, because we're going to keep the shimmer color on this front half of the eye and not the whole thing. So for the last of the browns, I'm taking an extra teeny tiny little fluffy brush, and I'm going in with this super dark brown shade. You want to take the smallest amount of it on the end of your brush and take it and place it right into the corner. You want it on the lid and up into the crease. You just kind of want to blend it out. Basically, you just want to blend it out enough to where it's not patchy, it's not dark in certain places. You can keep adding and layering up. Definitely take it slow and don't do too much all at once. Okay, so for the eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with a shimmery shade. This palette has like a lot of options for shimmers. I can't get it into the frame. So you could obviously go with something like super natural, like one of these two. I'm going to go in with this one. It's more of like maybe like a rose goldy color. Or you could go in with something like more like champagne-y, like something more of like this color, like a white gold or something. It's really whatever, what?
No, I was just like trying to figure out what you were.
It's really like whatever you want. I definitely wouldn't do something colorful like this or this. Just like a really nice like highlighty color. And then this brush, it looks really weird right now because I used a green on it. But this is a little tiny brush from Wet n Wild that like you can get at like Walmart or anything. I find it's really good for shimmery shades because sometimes it's hard for like certain brushes like pick them up and deposit them correctly. You can always use your finger, which is probably what I'll end up doing. But I just want to pick that up. And then, let's get the mirror closer. And then you're just want to put it on your eyelid. And then I just kind of stop so it like meets that brown a little bit, but you don't want to like drag it all the way into the corner. That's pretty much the gist of it. I like to go back over with that darker color and just blend it out a little bit so like it's not so like just like a straight cut off between the two. Just kind of blend it and then do your lower lash line. I just take like a more tapered brush, like pretty much any like small kind of a blending brush, and I'm gonna take that darkest shade I did and just draw it right up under the lash line. That is pretty much it as far as the eyeshadow goes. This is super simple, super pretty. And then I'm actually going to pop on some false eyelashes, which you totally don't need. You just need mascara. But I want to for the event I'm going to tonight, so I'm just going to like pop on some eyeliner to make them blend. I'm not going to do a winged eyeliner because I don't really like winged eyeliner. I think it's kind of over. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back to finish up the rest of my makeup. So. Okay, obviously I don't have mascara or eyelashes on, but I don't do that till after my face makeup is done. I just have my little uneven eyeliner done, so I'm going to go ahead and do my face. So for contour, I always change it up. I always use something different. So today we're going to use my NYX. It's actually a blush in the shade Taupe, but obviously it's not a blush for someone of my skin tone. So I use it as contour because it's a neat little color. I use it because I like gray toned and like ashy undertone contours, and some more contours are like orangey or like a reddish undertone. So, and then I should be explaining what I'm doing. I have this like kind of like a tapered brush from Real Techniques, and I just tap it into the product and then go right underneath like my cheekbone and kind of like pat it in and like dust it around. And so it's because you don't want it to be just a harsh dark line. You want it to be like look like a shadow on your face. So I just kind of like brush it around and blend it out, and see, it just kind of makes my face look super skinny. So, and then I do it on the sides of my forehead a little bit. Alright, and then bronzer. I got this bronzer from Wet n Wild. It's new. It's called Sunset Striptease. Oh my god, that is sexual. That's a sexual name for a bronzer. Sunset Striptease. I mean, there's a blush called Orgasm. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And like, there's also, Morphe has a lipstick called like Virgin and stuff like that. So I'm going to use this sexualized blush. Bronzer.
Oh my god.
And I use this Wet n Wild.
Sucks.
I'm using my Wet n Wild stippling brush just because I don't want it to be like too much, and I feel like this is really good to blend it out. I'm just going to take that like on my cheeks, like right on top of the contour.
I don't understand bronzer.
It's supposed to make it look like I go outside. Like I did a sunset striptease.
Ew.
Like, I don't understand. Like, is it supposed to be like you wear this for a sunset striptease, or it's the kind of tan you get during the sunset striptease? Like, who thought sunset striptease? A man, probably. She's bronzed, and then for blush, I'm gonna actually go in. That's a bronzer drawer. I'm gonna go in with a really pretty, like, pinky color. This is from Makeup Revolution, and it's called Beloved. Aw, that's so innocent and sweet. After we just used Sunset Striptease. And then I just use like a little fluffy dome brush. It doesn't really matter. And then just do a little bit right on the tops of my cheeks.
I hate blush.
Me too. I'm really not a big fan of blush because I feel like it makes me look like a clown. But whatever. Oh, she's so cute and blushy. Because we want to look cute and innocent for prom. And then for highlight, I have this little e.l.f. illuminating palette, and I'm going to go in with this lightest shade here. It's a really pretty highlighter, and it's really, really cheap. Like, this whole thing is like $6. Ooh, she just flew everywhere. And then I just concentrate it just like right on the top of my cheekbone. Ooh, she's so cute. See, like, look at that little sheen. And then do it on the tip of my nose. A little bit down the bridge, and then Cupid's bow. So she
What's the point of it being on the Cupid's bow?
So people want to kiss you. To make your lips look plump. The face is done. Now I need lips and eyes to be finished. This is the Maybelline Snap Mascara, and I really, really, really like this.
Can I say one thing about that mascara? I like it. The packaging looks like a 5-year-old did it.
Yeah, it really does. Like, it's not the best packaging, but whatever. I think these are kind of cute, to be honest.
It also reminds me of that holographic like lip gloss that you have that has skulls on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that what it has?
But I really like this mascara. Oh, I'm gonna curl my eyelashes, which I never friggin' do. But I'm gonna do it.
I love curling my eyes.
So we're gonna trap our eyelashes in this, because guys are always like, that looks like a medieval torture device.
Yeah, I'm like. Have you ever like gotten your eyelid with it?
Yep.
That hurts so bad.
I always get my bottom lashes with it. If you've never scared a guy with the eyelash curler, are you really a girl? Wow, I am so... Like, the pictures aren't till 4. It's 2:30. Maybe I'll do my hair.
Do you want me to do your hair? What do you want?
I don't know.
I'll look up stuff on Pinterest. It's like simple but like cute. Because, like, you're going to semi-formal, you're not going to prom, so.
I'm going on a date. It's Bailey's birthday. It's date night. Just not with him. Alright, putting on these eyelashes took an embarrassingly long amount of time. But anyway, now that they're on, I can go ahead and put on the lipstick that I'm going to wear. I actually, until this very moment, literally didn't think about what lipstick I want to wear. Okay, so I'm just going to use this Profusion lip cream in Matte Secret. It's just like a really pretty pinky color. I don't want to do anything too dark because this look is like very like light and cute. And I don't want to like Kirsten's actually gonna are you gonna do my hair? Are we doing that? Yeah. Something cute so she's not so plain. But yeah, this is the finished look that I decided on. I think it's like super simple but very beautiful for prom and just something that's like not super difficult to do. Obviously you could make it like a little bit more extra if you did like winged eyeliner or whatever, but again, like I said, I'm not a fan of winged eyeliner. I feel like it's kind of over. I feel like it was very trendy and I feel like now it's just like there's cooler stuff to do and I feel like it just like can like mess it up. So yeah, that's it. I hope you like this look. Catherine and anyone else who decided to sit through this and watch with me, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If anyone else has any suggestions or requests on a video they'd like to see, just go ahead and let me know. Be sure to subscribe so you can see all the other videos I will eventually put up. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in my next one.